Hello, everybody. It's Bill Flipper here, and you are watching one of the fastest growing Amazon channels on YouTube. And today is a quick video kind of about me, how I became a full-time Amazon seller, and I guess just explain my story really quick here. So I've been reselling again. I talked about this on Logan's channel. Is a very good channel, Logan Altenberger, and I did an interview on there. I really like his style, and I've been reselling probably since I was 8 or 10 years old, almost since eBay came out. So I'm 38 now, so talking like 25, 30 years. I came from a family. My father was an antique collector, so we always had collectibles around, and I was encouraged to collect. And I was a comic book fan, so I got kind of like found eBay somehow. We were kind of had the internet kind of early. Like I had the internet before my school had it, so I'm from a small rural area, and I found eBay, and I kind of always did that off and on throughout my life. And like I said, I was on eBay back before PayPal, so we actually used money orders. It's kind of crazy thinking about it now. So like the lead time on products was so long because I don't even know if they had credit card transaction. I don't remember, but I believe we were going to the post office. We were buying money orders. It's kind of crazy. And so fast forward, I was always off and on doing eBay. I ended up getting a job somewhere where I was kind of like encouraged, like he was a really successful guy and he was talking about like Amazon. So he had another business, but he kind of encouraged me to start an Amazon site or an Amazon website to kind of do arbitrage and things like that. And when that career, so it was like a administrative assistant, I actually got fired from that. So I kind of pushed more towards Amazon, kind of watched videos on it and saw the book scanning, which is pretty much famous around 2017, 2018, the Reezy resells. Um, and a lot of people, you can still do it now. I have a affiliate link for the Scout IQ. There. I don't know if Scoutly's still around. You need that for books. You do not need that for online arbitrage, which this channel primarily does. You do not need that for RA. That is only for books. I still use it for RA because I learned on it. It's kind of wasteful, but it's a calculator. It's a calculator. It's primarily used for books. It enables you to, if you're not familiar with the process, you have a cell phone like this. There's a Bluetooth scanner attached to it, and you can go through a pile of books at a library sale, like tap just as fast as you can hit this hit the Bluetooth scanner like a trigger function. It's like it's like bing 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 bing, and because it's on database mode, it does not take the loading is doesn't happen. It's just like you enter the price, it tells you if it's worth money. You get a green trigger, it tells you how much you can make, and it has basically everything already loaded in when it comes to used books. So it has how many sales it happens, and you have triggers. It's a calculator. Does the item sell? Does the book sell? And is it profitable? So I got into that. I would do the library sales, which were super popular. Going to thrift stores, driving like 2 hours. It's books are a great way to start, but it's not. I say it's basically impossible to scale without doing like the pallets of books. I mean, there's only so many unless you live in a very populated area where there's lots of thrift stores. I think that is a foot in the door. Do I like Amazon? Do I like packaging products? Do I like learning the bare bones? And plus, if you're starting with a few $100s, I'm gonna jump back to that quick. If you're starting with a few $100s, you can bankroll really quickly. I'm going to explain how that's possible. So the very first item I went to a thrift store I ever sold on Amazon was a Bible. I scanned it and it said it was like $1. I could make like $50. I sent it in FBA and I had to like watch YouTube, and it was like such a pain learning the whole process. And it sold for like $45 or $50. It was $38 profit. It was a 38 bagger, so I turned $1 into 38. So I was like, okay, this is doable. This could I'm going to continue to try this. And I did books. I really never got out of books for a long time. I mean, I just kind of hustled along. So the reason I do this is I have primary custody of my 5-year-old son. I want to give him better things. I've worked factory work. I've done the 9 to 5. I had the administrative assistant. And a lot of those jobs, they to make ends meet, I had to take, I couldn't spend time with him. If he had a sick day, I'd have to find a sitter, so I wanted the ability, like most people do, to spend more time with them, give him better things, take him to a better daycare, be able to take him on that summer trip. And so if that's something you're interested in, leaving that or getting more money to do that, this channel would be great for you. But back to back at the ranch, back to my story. Um, so we're about 2018, 2019. I had met I would say a friend, an associate of mine. My cousin was dating this guy, and he had, the Escalade, the Cadillac, and he only did, I believe, basically just RA. And I'm like, and this guy was making bank, had his own warehouse. So I kind of was like on the periphery, and I kind of met him again right around 2020. So this is the huge boom. This is the lockdowns, the madness, and basically I was like, wow, I gotta get out books. I gotta find what I can sell, and I slowly there were stores around here that were very very profitable, not just in 2020, just like all around. They're like discount grocery stores, the items like that, stuff like that. So, and that's pretty much what he had built the business on. And so I started doing this. So basically 2020 to 2021, I'm still 100% RA. I am full time, but just making ends meet, just making ends meet. I'm not living in too grave a place. I'm just grinding, hustling, maybe where you're at right now. So 2022, my brother, who had been living in Washington, D.C., he's 4 years younger than me. He moved back and he kind of pushed me like, I can be the muscle. We can get more products out. Like let's really try to scale this and push it. So I kept on pushing. I kept on pushing, and I'm really upfront with my numbers. I think I did about in revenue last year or sales about half 500,000. Now again that's probably around a 10% margin or net profit around, but that is still for where I'm at. I'm in rural Pennsylvania. It's a comfortable life. I really would like to scale more, but really all I'm trying to do is I don't think I'm going to push it, to get to the massive levels, the Amazon lit, the levels of that. You just have to sacrifice more, and I don't have the ability, to I don't want, how about, I do have the ability. I don't want to sacrifice that time with my son while he's 5 years old. I also, that's too important to me. And I hopefully, as he's older, I can more incorporate him into the business. I'm really hoping to grow this year, but if it comes to absolute sacrifice, it won't, that's not a river I'm ready to cross yet. So hopefully I can scale this up a little bit bigger this year, but mostly leveraging OA. So about 2022 is when I started really seeing a lot of push for OA, and I started trying it. In 2022, I might have been doing a little bit at the end of 2021, but 2022 was a big, like a massive OA year for me. I became ungated, and the Nike and Adidas, they're still very big brands, but they seem to be even more profitable back then. Um, and I really switched. I have some notes over here, so if you see my eyes dart, that's why. So I was probably by the by 2020 to 2021, probably by the end, I was almost 100% RA. I'm probably 20 to 30% RA, and the only reason I still do the RA is because, like, there's always an example. I think I have a video on the Kohl's bra. There are often in my area really low hanging fruit. And if I can dive in a store for 1 hour and make $500 because it's just sitting there, well, it's so low hanging fruit. I think I'd be foolish not to. So I continue to still do some of those sales and still have the little honey holes around here. Um, so I mostly there's a channel like I said. We mostly do OA sourcing. I think I'm going to branch out to other topics, but we're on Amazon right now, so it's a lot of OA sourcing. I never really got into the big bolos. It's shameful to say I did not get the chlorine. I didn't get the pools. I didn't get the heaters. These were massive 2020, 2021 products, and I kind of just I missed them. I knew about them, and because of the rural area, I kind of, I guess I made a limiting belief of, you know, not getting to them. So I'm sure I missed out, but hey, it's growth. It is what it is. Um, that's kind of where I'm at right now. And then, just a few months ago, I had tried YouTube a few times and I was not providing value and not getting into it. So I was like, I was seeing where other people were. I was like, I'm going to provide massive value and see how this goes. Um, and I've continued to do though and stayed very consistent in putting these videos out. I really hope people enjoy them. It means a lot that you subscribe, it means a lot that you comment, it means a lot that you like the video, that if you can share it with your friends, that's awesome. If you gain knowledge and can actually leave the 9 to 5 or make another 1,000, 2,000. I know that when I was working in a factory or something, that type of money is really, I always hate to say life changing, but it's vastly life improving. I mean, if you make another $1,000 a month, that's a vacation you can take your family on, your children on, that you couldn't take without, without that's, I mean, that's almost like two car payments, depending on the car. But, so that the money can be very life changing. It's certainly, it's an awesome ability to be able to be like, oh, my son's sick. I don't have to call into work and like beg them for a day off. I mean, I've had like some really shitty employers, which like you just dread going into work. So I can relate if that's you. This is a viable option currently, you know. Um, so that is what I do. That is who I am. If you have any questions, comments, if you have any great idea for videos, I will be guests on some channels coming up. People I really respect. Like I said, Logan he interviewed me. I really like his style. He's another guy pumping out a lot of content. And if you're not, like, I really recommend you do it. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, looking back now, I was like, man, I always did like teaching. So, and I wasn't a teacher, but like as a child growing up, I was like, oh, I could be a history teacher. That was something I had interest in. I guess I have a natural inclination to be like, to provide knowledge, kind of explain things. I think I'm pretty good at explaining things. And, if I disagree with something, I'm the type of guy, like, if I disagree with you, I try to prove your point to make sure I'm right. I try to steel man it and be like, maybe they're right. I think great advice is you can never underestimate how wrong you can be. And I've been so wrong in life. I constantly tell me that, like, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm right, but maybe I'm wrong. How can I confirm? I'm always trying to be open to the possibility that I could be wrong. And so if I make an error, if you know anything, if you have ideas for videos, there'll be a lot of stuff coming out. There are some links down there if you want to try CellerAmp. CellerAmp is a tool I use in my business every day. Scout IQ, again, do not get it unless you're doing books, basically. I don't want, if you're new, I recommend getting the minimum amount of tools you can. So, like I said, I always recommend if you're new to try books. So you would need Scout IQ. You could get a free trial. Um, and start low because even if you had 10 grand, start with like you have 2 or 300. Because if you make a big mistake with $3,000, that's a problem. If you make a mistake with 300, it's an option. Like you can fix that. It's not the horrible mistake. And then you can do like very low hanging fruit. Like I said, Kohl's bras are great. I think that's the 50% off sale. A lot of people start with that. I mean, when you're getting $44, $48 bras for $3, it's very unlikely, you're going to make a mistake there or a large mistake. So it's big on buying inventory, making the mistakes, learning the process, learning how to prep a shipment, learning the repricing. And I'll continue to do that. And the other tools I use are CellerAmp every day, Keep It every day, Inventory Lab for shipment accounting. Um, Aura. I use Aura as a repricer. You wouldn't need that if you're just starting. That comes when you get some more SKUs and things like that. And like I said, I most of my stuff is probably for someone who's already started, intermediate. I myself, I always recommend new, middle, very, very good older seller. I still consume a ton of content because if you drop a question, if you hit me up on Instagram, where I'm not very active, but I always say, I don't know if you can even message each other on YouTube, so that's a better place to hit me up. But if you I want to be able to answer the questions. I want to be able to come at you with a new topic, a new idea for the videos. And the only way I can do that is I have to read, I have to learn more. I really have, since I've started making these, a newfound thirst for knowledge in the Amazon industry. So I really hope you like my story, a little bit of the explanation. If you like more things like this, if you like news on Amazon, if you like OA sourcing, you will like this channel. Uh, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Uh, Give me any ideas. Let me know if you hate the video. Let me know if you love the video. That's everything. I hope everybody has a great day, a great weekend, and more will be revealed. Everybody have a great day, and thank you. And I hope it sounds better. I actually got a microphone, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you.